And welcome back. It's about 9:15. The Spurs have been the talk of the town the last 24 hours. However, it's also important to highlight what some of our Spurs have done off the court. David Robinson has had a profound impact on our community, even helping found the Carver Academy.
Max Massey joins us live from the Idea Carver Academy College Prep. Max, good morning. Is that a museum?
Yes, guys, take a look around. We are here at the David Robinson Museum, right in the middle of the school. It is amazing. Imagine being a student, walking through the hallways, and out of nowhere, you see David Robinson Museum, and oh, look at this, even David Robinson. So, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Right off the bat, why start this program? What impact did you hope to have on the community?
Well, we started the program because we saw a need. Obviously, there's a lot of families that don't have access to real high-quality education, and we wanted to get kids to and through college. So we built it here on the east side where it was accessible, and partnered up with IDEA a few years later. And IDEA started in the Rio Grande Valley, doing pretty much the same thing, but through the charter system. And it's been a beautiful partnership. We've been able to grow to an incredible level, and I think we have had a strong impact on many, many families.
Now, we spoke to one of the David Robinson Fellows just a little bit ago, and he was talking about the profound, amazing impact that you've had on his life already. What does that communication look like between you and the Fellows?
Well, we get a chance to sit down once a month, and my son David Jr., it was really his idea, but we mentor them in many areas, whether it's, say, networking or mental health or financial management, building a wardrobe. We'll bring in experts and help the kids get a little bit of a leg up going to college. We know they're going to be the future leaders. We're preparing them for that time, and excited to see how they turn out.
Fantastic. And your dad teed you right up. You walk in and you see a 100% college admittance. You're ready to go. So what has this program meant to you, and what does the logistics look like?
Yeah, I mean, the kids are incredibly talented, all the kids here at Carver. So it's really not about the hard skills, it's building the soft skills. So we're trying to open up our network, introduce them to people in the community, and try to think about what can we offer, how do we bring in the right folks when we're constantly looking for more people from the community to come in, spend time with them, spend time with us. So we're trying to build a true network, a social infrastructure that these kids can go and leverage for the rest of their life. So, once a month we spend 4 or 5 hours together on Saturdays, and then look to build those long-term connections. So each year we're building new classes. So we're going to have generations and generations of fellows that can be used, give each other internships, and building a whole new social fabric.
All right, last question, I'll let you guys go. What does the future of the program look like?
We want to keep growing it. I mean, right now we just do it at Carver so far, and ideally we could spread it across. IDEA's got, I think, 15 separate campuses, 25 different schools in San Antonio. So ideally, we would be able to spread this across the whole footprint in San Antonio and maybe even other regions.
All right, guys. David Robinson Jr., thank you so much for joining us this morning. So, guys, if you have any questions about the program, if you just want to see the interview with the Robinsons, we're going to have all that. Just head to KSAT.com. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Max. It's great to see David Robinson and David Robinson Jr.
Yeah, please tell them we said hello, Max. All right, yes. Right now, 9:18, about 78 degrees, and it's time for weather.
Yeah, time for rain. Well, almost, I guess.
We're almost there. Yeah. Rain chances kick in tonight, guys. So there's actually some pretty good chances for rain. Maybe some heavy rain. There could be a little bit of flooding in spots, although we're not too concerned about that because it's been so dry. Let's go outside for you right now. Mostly cloudy skies. It is a humid start. Dew points really surged overnight. 78 degrees right now. Dew point is at 73. Feels like 81. And yes, there will be a heat index today. Temperatures are forecast to make it into the low 90s, but it'll feel like it's in the upper 90s because it will be so sticky outside. There's like some of those morning clouds. We can see them very clearly here on satellite picture. 78 degrees at the airport, as we mentioned, 76 Randolph, 78 New Braunfels, 77 in Seguin. So pretty uniform temperatures here. And a wider view shows there is more sun out west. Places like Del Rio seeing some sun now. 80 degrees, 72 Rock Springs, and 77 down there in Carrizo Springs. Dew points are in the mid-70s, so we're back into the oppressive category after spending several days in the dry and pleasant category. These numbers will stick around, by the way. It's going to be sticky all week long. There's going to be a lot of moisture to play with as a storm system approaches, and that means rain chances. I mentioned 93, 30% chance of rain at 5 o'clock. It's going to be hot this afternoon, but the rain chances do start to tick up as we get into the evening hours. And by the time we get into the overnight period, 60% chance of storms. Heavy rain possible, and there could be a few strong storms, as we mentioned earlier. The radar and satellite shows we're already seeing some rain along the Texas coast. Some pretty heavy storms moving over towards Galveston. Few showers around Corpus Christi, and we've had a few light returns around here, but translates to really just a couple sprinkles, nothing of great significance. And there is our upper level low. You can see it nicely on water vapor, that big spin in the atmosphere. Disturbances rolling right up into Texas, and we'll see that tonight. And then there's another storm system behind this one that gives us more rain chances by the end of the week. So we're moving into a pretty active period here. This is what our forecast looks like. By 6 o'clock today, a couple of isolated showers and storms, but not much. It's out west where we start to see the activity really blow up. Around Del Rio, up towards Ozona, we'll likely get a line of showers and storms. And by 10 o'clock, it's affecting our western counties. By, say, 1 a.m., midnight, starting to move in around San Antonio. And the question will be is how long does it stick around? Does it move pretty quickly or does it back build a little bit? And if it does that, which this model is showing, we could get some heftier rainfall totals. This is around 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. And it still shows a few showers and storms around. I think by midday tomorrow, the rain does start to wind down a little bit. Severe weather-wise, there is a marginal risk for some stronger storms. Don't be surprised if a warning gets put out tonight. But I think the main threat is going to be gusty winds. There could be a little bit of hail mixed in there too, but I think gusty winds will be the biggest issue. The marginal risk does include San Antonio. And this is the risk for flooding rainfall. There is a marginal risk for that as well. And that basically encompasses our entire area. So there could be a few flash flood warnings too, depending on where that heavy rain really sets up. Let's take you all the way through Sunday morning now. This is the forecast rainfall potential. We're still thinking widespread 1 to 3 inches, but keep in mind there could be some pockets 3, 4, maybe 5 inches of rain. So there could be a few issues with regards to flooding as we talked about. Hey, our best way to get in touch with you and alert you of anything going on, KSAT weather app. There's a QR code there on your screen. If you want to zoom in with your phone, it'll take you to a link where you can download the KSAT weather app. Make sure you turn on those notifications. That's how we can get in touch with you. And we think this is a great way for us to communicate, let you know what's going on. We'll also be doing some live broadcasts over the KSAT weather app, and we'll be keeping you updated. You can also submit your pictures there too. So it's a perfect way to basically learn about the weather and stay connected with us. There's a look at the 7-day forecast. Rain chances all the way through the weekend. Just a couple periods there, Tuesday night into Wednesday, another time period Thursday through Friday into early Saturday. I think that we could get some heavy rain yet again, and temperatures come down into the low 80s. So a busy forecast, guys. That
QR code really works. If you have your phone's camera on, you get it anywhere near the screen, it's automatically going to pick it up.
And if you missed it just now, we'll show it again here in the next half hour.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. All right. Right now it is 9:23, about 78 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9, details on how you can help the South Texas Blood Center as they get dangerously low on their blood supply. And welcome back. It's 9:26. The South Texas blood supply is still critically low, so we're teaming up with our KSAT community partners to get the word out, calling on people to come in and donate blood. Just one donation can save up to 3 lives. So to donate, you can make an appointment. Just go to universityhealthsystem.com, or you can call that number on your screen, 210-358-2812.
We still have a few days left of Hunger Action Month. Through September 30, you can drop off food donations at Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union branches. They are looking for non-perishables like beans, rice, and cereal. You can also drop off diapers and pet food. Check out KSAT.com for more information.
There are at least 2 major highway expansion projects planned in our area to help ease growing traffic congestion. One project targets Loop 1604, the other I-35 heading northeast. But even though these projects are designed to create more roadway for drivers and ease congestion, not everyone is convinced they'll be effective, and some even believe they could cause more harm than good.
KSAT explains what's driving highways will be available to stream tonight at 7 o'clock. on KSAT.com, the KSAT TV app, and our Facebook page. If you can't watch it live, we'll post the full episode so you can watch it later on demand later this evening.
And there's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Calling all coloring specialists. Details on how you could win a mini iPad or iPad mini after the break.
And the Spurs getting ready for the upcoming season. A recap of Spurs Media Day with RJ and David.
Welcome back. 9:31. CPS Energy here in San Antonio is trying to make a case for a double-digit rate increase.
President and CEO Paula Gold-Williams says the utility is not formally recommending an increase, but at this point, it's what's considered a pre-rate increase consideration period.
Our Garrett Berger tells us more about why CPS Energy says they need it and when the hike could happen.
We are not declaring a rate increase today.
Despite CEO Paula Gold-Williams' clarification, it's clear that CPS Energy is almost certainly heading for its first rate increase in about 8 years. Right now, it's focusing on laying out the justification for what it currently expects to be a 10% hike. The $1 billion in gas and energy bills the utility faces from the February freeze are unsurprisingly part of the reasoning.
We're still fighting everything we can to get that money down.
The utility CFO, though, says the lion's share of the rate increase would be for core operations, with planned investments in reliability and resiliency, among others. The freeze costs are only part of it, even assuming they can't knock any of that bill down.
If we're allowed to spread it out over time, I think the impact is anywhere, from I think we showed 1.5% to 3% of the total bill impact back in our May presentation, and that's probably still an appropriate range of what that full 10% would make up.
Talk of a rate increase comes as the utility has resumed disconnections after having suspended them since March 2020. The utility started this month with large commercial accounts, but some residential shutoffs will resume in October. The resumption of disconnects drew protesters outside CPS headquarters today.
72,000 people are facing disconnections. That's just households. We definitely come from a stance where we believe that the right to electricity and water is human right.
Gold-Williams says a rate increase probably would not appear on your bill until early spring, but the CPS board and the San Antonio City Council would have to approve it first.
And that was our Garrett Berger reporting.
Taking a look outside with live cam. A little humid out there, but I guess it will warm up one more day at least.
It's going to be a hot day today. I mean, we will get temperatures back in the 90s. We're off to a pretty warm, humid start. A little bit of sun starting to shine through there, but a lot of clouds at the moment. Let's show you the satellite picture and temperatures. It's up to 83 at Stinson. That's one of the warm spots, but 73 Bernie Stage, 79 in New Braunfels, generally 70s here across Bexar County with that cloud cover. Here's some of the headlines. Clouds early, then hot and humid later today. Line of showers and storms in the forecast for tonight. That could bring some heavy rain with it. And that's not it, because we're expecting more bouts of heavy rain later in the week, especially as we get into Thursday and Friday. So if you were hoping for some rain on your lawn, I think there's a pretty good shot at getting some this week. We mentioned the warm temperatures, 92 in San Antonio. The heat index, though, is going to be up there in the upper 90s. So beware, the heat index could get close to 100 in a few spots a little bit later this afternoon. Forecast calls for a high right around 93 here in town, 30% chance of rain early, then a 40% chance, upping that to a 60% chance tonight, with those showers and storms likely. And again, more chances later this week, even into the weekend. We'll take another close look at that 7-day forecast coming up in just a couple minutes. Guys?
Sounds good. Taking a look outside with TransGuide this morning. There's a look at I-10 and La Cantera and I-37. Basically, we're looking at rain-free roadways for now. And there's I-37 at Hackberry. Things are looking good.
Well, as KSAT and San Antonio celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, we are introducing a fun activity that your kids can get involved with, and they could win a special prize.
Right. And for details on this contest, we bring in KSAT digital journalist Ben Spicer. Good morning, Ben.
Hey, Ben. Good to see you, buddy.
Good morning. Well, first of all,
hey, nice to see you guys. It's been a while.
Sorry, you broke up a little bit. Sorry about that.
Yeah, your signal's a little touch and go, but we're going to give this a shot.
Yeah. Well, first of all, tell us about the contest.
Well, it's a skull decorating contest that began on yesterday and will run till Friday. Basically, what we're doing is to commemorate Hispanic Heritage Month. We're asking all artists, whether or not they're kids or adults, they can submit their artistic skills for a chance to win an iPad mini. And basically what you do is you just submit, print out our PDF and color it and submit it for a chance
to win the iPad mini. How can people enter the contest, Ben?
What you do is we have a gallery on our page where you can basically go to upload the image, And from there, all the submissions we put into kind of like a raffle, and the winner will be chosen raffle style. It's not necessarily the best artist, but it's basically a ticket to have a chance to win.
And are all the templates the sugar skulls from Dia de los Muertos, or are there other templates, Ben?
It's just the one template. Basically, we wanted something that would basically commemorate, the Hispanic heritage, but also, honoring the holiday Day of the Dead, because that's going to be coming up later this year.
And let's go ahead and reiterate. I know you said how you guys would choose. It's a raffle, so people aren't thinking that mine's chosen because I used these colors or for whatever reason.
That's right. It's not the artistic skill, but the best submissions that we do receive will have a chance to be seen on GMSA at 9, and we will also feature them in the KSAT Kids newsletter. So the people that are artistic that want to submit them and want to have their seen, obviously will have a wonderful chance to do that. But basically, we're just trying to get as many people to enter the raffle as possible.
Ben, we kind of give it away on the banner there, but what do people win?
We said that the winner, the lucky person, is going to receive an iPad Mini, and it's going to be really cool to give out and see who comes away with it. So,
very cool. All right, more details on how to enter our Hispanic Heritage Month coloring contest on KSAT.com. Ben Spicer from our web team. Thank you, Ben.
Yes, thank you.
Guys.
She was going to tell Rooney about this, but then she'd have to break to Rooney that she's ineligible for the grand prize because yes, her mom works at KSAT.
Right.
So does her dad.
You can't win the iPad Mini. Sorry about that, Rooney, but you can still color.
She's ineligible times 2.
Yeah, a little bit.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Right now, 9:38, about 79 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Your sports headlines coming up next with RJ and David.
It is a great morning if you are a Cowboys fan as they roll over their rivals from Philadelphia.
Yes, it is. David and RJ are here to talk about the boys' big win and more on the Spurs officially starting training camp today.
Yes. How about them Cowboys, David?
Yeah.
If you recall years back, you guys may have forgotten all this, but there was a certain guy up here that, wasn't real sure about Dak Prescott.
Would that be this guy right here?
Was it you or was
Not
it me?
pointing in any direction, but yeah.
Dak Prescott is looking pretty impressive these days when you go back to game 1.
Powered by Davis Law Firm.
Got to get that in there, Davis Law Firm.
You can't talk while they're talking. But he has really become impressive. Of course, he's got some great weapons around him, which helps, and he's got a much better defense than he's had since he's been in Dallas, and that helps too. But look at that throw. Look at that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that Dak has full control of this offense right now. He's obviously been with Kellen Moore for a few years now, but even just calling plays, getting up to the line of scrimmage, the commentators yesterday pointed out there's one play where he actually told Zeke to stay on the sideline, and he ended up converting a big third down there. But Dak, the defense as well, playing big time.
Yeah, that obviously helped your offense. Trayvon Diggs steps right in front. Now they're going to say, well, the guy fell down. No, he was going to have that pick anyway. That guy could have been standing there waiting on it, and Trayvon would have had that pick. Trayvon and Micah Parsons are the future of the Dallas defense, and those two guys are flat-out incredible ball players.
Yeah, back-to-back picks in the drafts. Obviously, Trayvon Diggs was a rookie last year. Micah Parsons, this guy, they could just line him up anywhere, and he's just going to wreak havoc so far. I mean, he's been great for this defense. 8 takeaways so far this season. They didn't have 8 takeaways until like week 11
of last
year.
I think that leads the NFL.
I believe
it was late last night. I didn't look that one up, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty close to leading the NFL this year.
Yeah.
If it doesn't lead it, it's way up there. And then Schultz is your tight end. Remember he was hurt last year. He's got 2 touchdowns last week.
Yeah. But, again, Dak just kind of in full control of the offense. And he talked about coming back. This was his first game at home in nearly a year.
Earlier in the year, and I'll say it again, I mean, I think just getting hurt last year and having to sit back and watch football, getting a different perspective of just different ways people play this game, and then going back and the experience obviously has helped, but then just studying and preparing myself, and then all the work that I've put in just to get back healthy, and not only with the leg, but with the shoulder.
2 quick things. There's nothing better than whipping up on Philadelphia, and they've got Carolina next week, and Carolina's 3-0. So let's see if they can keep moving this thing forward and not one step forward, one step back. Got to keep going forward.
After a big night on national television, does this make Dallas an elite team in the NFC?
Come on. We talked about that.
There's a lot of excitement. You can definitely feel there's a lot of excitement about it. I mean, obviously in the NFC East, I think the prohibitive favorites for sure. So, yeah. And as long as Dak stays healthy.
As I say, once they start taking 2 or 3 steps forward, then they can join the conversation as some of the ones want to do now.
I knew the answer before I asked.
We'll just enjoy this win. What a great
conversations.
Let's hold off.
What a great win.
All right.
Spurs, training camp.
Spurs.
Yeah. We paused for that, so that's kind of cool.
There we go.
Yeah.
Look at there.
Spurs training camp officially starts
that guy
today.
right there?
Getting
Did you
ready.
recognize that first guy, number 7? Did you recognize him?
I missed him. Who was it?
Okay.
That would be Bryn Forbes.
Bryn Forbes
is back after a championship season there in Milwaukee. In fact, a lot of new guys really on this team here. Of course, there's Luka, Drew Eubanks. Those were 2 guys that have been on there for a few years. But yeah, Spurs tipping off training camp today. A lot of young faces. This, again, no veterans, honestly, on this team. DeJounte Murray is the longest tenured player on the roster. He's 25 years old, everybody. No Patty, no DeMar, no Rudy Gay.
There he is, Mark. There he is.
Again,
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So my question to you is, you were there yesterday, and we haven't had a media day in a long time. Pop was excited to see people, which was kind of strange. It's like he hates Zoom apparently. What he was saying yesterday. So just give us a sense of what it was like in there with being with people and Spurs. Yeah,
obviously it was good to be back in the building. It's been 18 months since we were back there for a media day a couple of years ago. But I think the vibe is pretty good. I like the chemistry of the young guys. They seem to all get along with each other on and off the court. Of course, got to mix in some of these older guys. But of course, the big question is going to be when the games actually start to be played, who's going to be the team leader and who is going to be able to kind of carry these guys when they're getting through some tough spots. So Keldon Johnson and Derek White kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday.
We're really young, but I feel like we're ready to go out there and compete. I feel like we all on the same page and we got each other's back. And I think that's all you can ask out of a team. And I feel like we're going to go out there every night and give it everything we got.
Every day we've been in here just working, trying to push each other to get better. And I'm looking forward to the season to start and put it all together.
So that becomes the question, and see, they're already messing with each other right there.
They were having fun.
They missed each other.
Yeah, but that becomes the question: does one of these guys emerge on his own as a leader, or does Pop and the coaching staff and some of the players have to push somebody to kind of take over that leadership role?
Both.
And Pop, well, true, but I think it'll kind of organically happen. And Pop mentioned that he's excited about the fact that, there is no sort of a ball stopper. There's no guy that they're going to have to rely on every game in the fourth quarter the way they did with DeRozan last year. So it's going to be an interesting thing what the staff does and to kind of mix in these young guys. I still think that there's some moves for the Spurs to be made. DeJounte Murray addressed some of the trade rumors, that there's nothing you can do about that. But we'll see what happens here as we get going.
They're loaded up at guard, man. Yeah. What do we say? They got more guards than they do at Fort Knox.
They got a ton. You want to make a fortune? Somebody needs to go out and make playing cards, a deck of playing cards with all the new faces, so we can use them like flashcards and get used to our roster this year.
This could be. I mean, we were pumped up last year. This is going to be another exciting season to get started this year with all this youth, and apparently Pop is just going to let them go. It's like there's none of this hold back on. We're saving minutes. Just go out there and do your thing up and down the floor. So we'll see.
Yes. It's exciting.
Yeah. New numbers, a lot of new faces, but a lot of excitement in the building. So that's definitely the feel I got out there.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
All right.
20th of October is their first game.
Oh, the first game. Okay. I got an email with the schedule. I was excited.
You got emailed the schedule?
Yes.
Wow.
Of course.
Who emailed it to?
Oh, just, people that are selling tickets. Thanks for the reminder.
I like that.
You buy one ticket and they just keep, sending the emails. But I'm like, maybe we'll go back. Okay.
Well, that's good that you have a schedule.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
RJ, David, thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Jess is back. We're talking rain chances, and you guys started talking about this over the weekend. This is going to wind up being a multi-day event.
It's going to be a busy week, and we think there's a couple of time periods where we're going to have to watch pretty closely. One of those is tonight, and then again, I think Thursday night through about Saturday morning, where we could get some heavy rain. So just a heads up, we're not anticipating a ton of warnings, but we got to be careful. We know how flooding can impact South Texas. It can be a big deal sometimes, so we'll keep you posted. First off, though, let's go outside. Starting to see a little bit more sun out there, but mostly cloudy skies at the airport, and 78 degrees. 83 Stinson, 78 Kelly, 77 at Randolph. And light winds right now out of the south. There's some of the cloud cover we have moving through, some of those morning low clouds, and then you have some high clouds up above that. So that is creating those mostly cloudy skies. 83, though, at Stinson, 80 Pleasanton, 81 in Castroville. It's a warm morning, warm and very humid. 76 Uvalde, 81 Carrizo Springs, 79 in Gonzales. And we're seeing more sun out west, by the way, which will boost these temperatures a little bit faster today. Dew point wise, dew points are in the 60s, and they're going to probably jump into the 70s, and then they just stay there. I mean, it's going to be a humid week. A ton of moisture to work with as our storm system is developing out to our west, really spinning out to our west. Rain chances today, and I think we lose some of the clouds, by the way. Rain chances 30% this afternoon. We're up around 93, but by tonight, we start to see those numbers come up, and overnight, decent chance for rain, 60% chance. There will be some pockets of heavy rain. There could be a couple strong storms too, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. Here is our upper level low spinning over parts of New Mexico and Colorado, and there's little disturbances that roll in on that southwesterly flow aloft. That'll kick off those showers and storms later tonight as a piece of energy comes in. But out ahead of it, we are seeing some activity along the Texas coast, and there is some new showers and storms trying to develop there in the Big Bend. We'll keep an eye on that activity as well as the day wears on. There will be some at least isolated chances for showers and storms this afternoon. The severe weather risk, marginal, and that is for basically the western part of the viewing area. It does include San Antonio, though. It's low-end risk, but if we're going to see any severe weather, it's going to be some gusty winds, maybe some small hail. That would be the main threats. I think the bigger threat is probably going to be heavy rain. And here's how it times out. This is 6 o'clock, some isolated showers and storms, but our line of storms starts to develop out west. Moving through our western counties, well, late this evening and to tonight. This is around 10 o'clock. And then slowly making its way east by midnight to 1 o'clock, moving towards San Antonio. And it looks like this will be sort of slow to get out of here tomorrow morning, which, again, could cause a problem. We'd like to see this get out of here by the morning commute. We'll see. Still showing some showers and storms around 7 o'clock. And then I think by noontime, it does start to sort of fall apart, and we'll see less in the way of rainfall on the radar. There is a risk, a marginal risk for flooding rainfall for basically the entire area with those storms moving through tonight. We think widespread 1 to 3 inches. A good bet. That's not just for tonight. This goes all the way through Sunday morning. So this includes what we could see Thursday and Friday. Widespread 1 to 3, but I think there could be some spots to see 4, 5 inches of rain, and obviously that would cause some issues. 7-day forecast, 89 Wednesday, 89 Thursday, 60% chance of storms Tuesday night. Again, Thursday night into Friday, more chances over the weekend. Keeps temperatures down, and I said I'd mention this one more time. Download the KSAT weather app. There's a QR code for you right there. If you missed it earlier, zoom in with your phone. Gives you the link. You can download the app, and we'll communicate with you with all of this active weather going on this week. We'll be right back. Let's show you that 7-day forecast one more time. 30% chance of rain today, warm, humid, 93. 60% chance of storms tonight. We'll have a few more chances Wednesday and Thursday before another round of potentially some heavy rain Thursday night through the day on Friday, guys.
First of 3 new trains have arrived at the San Antonio Zoo over there at Brackenridge Park.
That's right. Brackenridge Eagle Miniature Railroad, now known as the San Antonio Zoo train, started in 1956, and currently 3 trains operate on that track. So 2 were built in the 80s and the 3rd was built in the 2000s.
Zoo currently has 1 new train that started running yesterday. They're going to try to get 2 more, but they're in the donation phase for the subsequent other trains. But the first of 3 now running out there at the